In the village of Abasi lived Ekundayo, a palm wine tapper who had a bad reputation that was as black as charcoal. Everyone hated him, but they could not say it to his face. Ekundayo never suffered to get palm wine for sale, like the other palm wine tappers in the village who will struggle so hard before they can get as little as a keg of palm wine for sale. With time, he became the wealthiest and most influential man in the village, with plenty of servants and slaves he maltreated happily. His palm wine had a cloudy greenish foam that held a secret that nobody knew. If a fly mistakenly perched on the palm wine, it would dissolve fast like smoke in the air without a trace. His palm wine was the most expensive and sought after in Abasi and in all the neighboring villages. Soon, all the other palm wine tappers were out of business. Everyone wanted to have a taste of his palm wine, even if they could not afford it. They were drawn by the mysterious taste and the color, so they borrowed to buy. The men who drank it grew very strong like giants, and their eyes shined like torchlight in the hands of a police officer at night. No matter how much they ate, they were never satisfied. It was so bad that their wives whispered that they had bad dreams after their husbands drank Ekundayo's palm wine and staggered home. On some days, the men will sleep on the road or in the gutter overnight after their bodies and minds have been enslaved by the potent palm wine. The next day, they would return home with empty pockets, bearing the mark of the dangerous concoction. One day, a young man named Ayo mysteriously disappeared. Ayo had been boasting about challenging Ekundayo, but then he vanished without a trace. No one saw him enter the palm grove, but villagers found strange claws marks near the base of Ekundayo's favorite climbing tree. After Ayo's disappearance, fear gripped the villagers, but no one dared to say a word. The elders were scared of Ekundayo's power and refused to investigate, but spoke in hushed tones so they would not annoy him. Ayo's fearless sister, Ebere, wouldn't let the disappearance of her brother go unavenged. Flawed by grief and a burning desire for justice, she spent years learning combat skills and secretly training with a retired warrior. She disguised herself as a young orphan looking for work and approached Ekundayo, pretending to be weak and clueless, and she challenged him to a climbing contest. Ekundayo, impressed by the boy's audacity, agreed to a climbing challenge with a wicked laughter. Ebere noticed strange marks were carved into the palm trunks. They weren't mere decorations. They formed a zigzag map leading deeper into the palm grove. Reaching the top, Ebere stumbled into a cave with a sickly green glow. In the center stood a monstrous palm tree, unlike any she had ever seen, its wine dripping with an emerald light. I will kill you here, and nobody will challenge me. But before you die, I need you to know that this palm grove is a source of my power and wealth. It is the reason my wine is powerful and addictive and has been transforming men into mindless beasts. In case you don't know, I am the one terrorizing all the neighboring villages, and I hide the stolen goods inside the secret cave. What can you do about it, little boy? Tell me. He laughed and chuckled like a demon. At this point, Ebere knew that the fate of Abasi and everyone in the neighboring villages rested on her shoulders, and she could not afford to fail them. A desperate and dangerous fight started. She tricked him into climbing the monstrous palm, its emerald sap far more potent than the regular kind. As Ekundayo reached the top, the sap gummed him to the tree. It discharged through his veins, twisting his body. His features contorted and fangs erupted from his gums. His screams became monstrous roars as his humanity dissolved, leaving behind an ugly-eyed monster. Trapped and consumed by the power he craved, Ekundayo lost grip and fell to the ground with a loud thud. The emerald sap igniting a brilliant green explosion as it hit the ground. Ebere returned to Abasi, a hero. The village was finally free from Ekundayo's grip, and they erupted into a big celebration. The strange markings on the palms were erased, but the memory of the emerald light and the monstrous palm lingered, a chilling reminder of anyone who dared venture too deep into the palm grove. Yet, beneath the surface of the village's joy, a whisper still persisted. What other secrets did the whispering palms hold?